Hello and welcome to our Media Dump podcast number 11. I'm Dom. This is Nick. Together we're
Dom and Nick.
uh, and Nick's been up for 30 hours, but he's here because he's a trooper.
31.
31 hours because he's here because he's a trooper. Okay. So here we have segments we usually talk about. Our first segment.
Board
It's going to be board games. Actually, before that, I'm going to tell you the story that I was telling him off camera.
Mm-hmm.
So I was watching this video or whatever, and this guy's like finance videos. You know, I hate those fucking videos. It just piss me off. And this guy, he's like, the number one way to not be poor, okay? He was like, to get out of debt and stay out of debt. And I was like, oh really? Oh my god, dude, you're a fucking genius. Oh,
Yep.
I was like, you're so fucking smart, dude. It's like nobody knows that. Get out of debt and stay. Yo, that guy's a fucking genius, dude. He should be on a podcast.
He probably has one. He's
shut
making
the fuck
big
up,
bucks.
you dumb piece of fucking shit. That just pissed me off. That's made me so mad. Nick, did you see my picture I sent you? Oh, you did see it.
The
For
picture
sure.
you sent me?
Yeah, our freaking our food
200
challenge video is
something
485 views.
But what are you doing?
That's crazy. But I think I know why. I think because I like to click recommended for user. And I think that's the video that pops up for everybody. I think that's like the number one video that pops up.
The past 2 weeks, it's been the video I keep seeing.
Yeah.
I periodically will like start it and let it play like 3/4 of the way through, and then I'll turn it off and then turn it back on.
Just
I don't
for
know
fun.
why. Yeah. Like if I see it, I'll just hit play and let it run its course.
And our burrito one, which I think that one might be my favorite, just because
Whoop.
you like tap out partway through.
Was that the burrito one or was that the taco one?
The taco, whatever.
Yeah.
Taco.
It was like eating dog food in a shell.
Yeah, it was that's my favorite one because I take
It
one
was
bite and I
so
go,
bad.
this isn't good.
Yeah.
That
Well-
makes me laugh so much. It was gross. One bite, I was like, immediately, not good.
If you go back and watch it, we did order like 30 tacos, and there was no wait. They just had 30 tacos ready.
Yeah, and that's and that has 140 views, which is pretty good too.
Yeah, they were like, just pull up. And I'm like, oh, okay. I think as soon as you handed them the card, they were like, yeah, here's your 30
Yeah,
tacos.
Yeah.
I was like, y'all was too quick on that.
All right, Nick,
Yeah.
what board games you've been playing since we're in Sweden?
What board games? Honestly, just more Mantis. I had to work, so I took it in, and I played probably like 14 bajillion games of it. Don't play that game with a statistics major, because somehow they win.
You want to explain what Mantis is?
It's a card. It's not deck building. It's like a matching color combination card game, where you steal other people's cards to make pairs, or what's the word that's more than
Triples?
triplets, where you match them up in piles, and the goal is to score as many as you can. It's first to 15, or if it's 2 players, first to 10. But it's a fun game because you kind of psych people out, and it's very like vindictive. But it's pretty quick, so you can get a lot of games in a very short amount
How
of
many
time.
games do you think you play?
Like
20?
overall, or just like this week?
Just this week.
This week, probably about 20. Yeah.
Nice.
I told them the score limit was 15. They're like, nah, 37. So we played a game to
37?
37. Yeah. It lasted probably 20 minutes, which is insane.
So when I showed up there, he was working late at night at his job.
Yeah.
When I showed up there was like 4 people there. Were like all 4 people there like the whole time?
No,
They like keep switching out people.
I was the only person who stayed most of the nights. They had a separate set of volunteers show up for Thursday and Friday, but they ran out for last night. So it was me most of the nights except for 2, but they basically had to swap people out. They couldn't find people who could consistently show up for the night shifts. So
Yeah, I mean it's all night.
yeah. Well, it's they asked for 11 o'clock to 6:30.
That's all night.
But yeah, that's pretty much all night. And some people just like, I don't want to ruin my sleep schedule doing that. So
You're like, what sleep schedule?
and I was like, I volunteer as tribute. I got to sit there and do almost nothing and get paid for it.
All right. What? Anything else? No villainous?
No, I was looking at Villainous. I just got paid, and I was thinking about getting the one I keep wanting to get, the one with Hades. Yeah,
Whatever.
I really want to play with Hades because it's one that I haven't really gotten too many games. I think that one and whichever one Scar's in.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the packs I've played the least, so I'll probably try to pick up one of those. Do you know which one's the newest though?
Yeah, the Pixar one.
Is that Lotso?
Come on, you got this. You got this.
I don't got it.
Syndrome
Syndrome
and Madam Mim.
and Madam Mim. What's Madam Mim from?
The Sword in the Stone.
That's Pixar?
Oh shit. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of somebody else. I don't remember.
No. I'm almost certain Madam Mim is in that box set because it's like a purplish bluish set.
She's not from Pixar. Yeah, she's from Sword in the Stone. So it's just those two are from Pixar. And she's from Sword in the Stone, right? God damn it.
Somebody will look it up for us.
Son of a fuck.
Flynn, you know what to do. First
Flynn,
job.
you know what to do.
In the last episode, Flynn suggested.
Yeah, Sword in the Stone. Yeah.
Nice. Flynn suggested I don't use split lands for my Olamog deck. Yes. No, the goal is to not have anything. Just jumping into Magic real quick. To not have anything. Only be like a unitasker. Like I didn't want single land or basic land. Every card is either like multifunction or colorless. That was the whole purpose of the deck. Because that's kind of the theme with like Eldrazi. But we'll bring up Magic in the Magic section.
This board games. It's a Magic. Magic's a board game.
Okay. Well, I picked up 2,000 more cards. So when I sent you those pictures of the stacks that I had, that wasn't even the cards that I had just recently gotten. So
did you find any of the cards that I asked you for?
I'm looking. I still have 2,000 I got to go through. It's been rough. It really has. I've gotten to the point where I've categorized everything into separate color, and broke it down by like creature, sorcery, instant, or enchantment, or artifact, which I think goes under enchantment anyway. I have a pile for colorless, and I have a pile for multicolored. And I got to the point where I ran out of boxes. I had nowhere to put the cards. Like, I pulled everything out.
You gotta get one of those things.
I was gonna. And then Jess was like, don't do that, because I can get that for Christmas.
Chris, next year?
No,
This year?
no. Our Christmas is on the 13th.
Oh, yeah.
We shifted our stuff because we were poor around Christmas. But
Yeah, that's why there's like a few cards. Like I'm like, oh, I just want to buy these, but they're just better stuff I can spend my money on.
True,
because and board game and like a board game. Like
yeah,
this guy was like, I want this board game. And I'm like, yeah.
I still really want to get Carcassonne. I really do.
Do it. Big box.
I want to get the big box.
Yeah,
I'm
thinking the same. I'm like, when I buy Carcassonne, which I will probably this year at some point.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, I'm just gonna get that big box. Fuck it, because I know we're gonna want to play it with all those expansions anyways at some point. Might as well buy it. I was like, that might be kind of fun. Like, it's got what did it say, 30 expansions or something like that?
Something.
I was
crazy.
like, buy it once and then play through once with every single expansion.
You'll get your money's worth. Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, absolutely, get your money's worth. It is like $150, isn't it?
No, it was like.
It was triple digits.
Was it? Whatever.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Who gives a fuck? All right. Haven't really played much Magic yet because I haven't. But not this week, but next week. Well, okay, my boy Nate, our boy.
Yeah. Nate's a cool guy.
Is
love him.
starting at my job tomorrow. So for this first week, I'm only gonna work with him for 2 hours. But next week, then he's gonna be on that night shift. And I told him we're gonna play Magic.
Yeah, there we go.
I told him. He
You
said
should, you should take him to a card shop and let him pick his first deck.
well, for now, we'll probably just let him play with.
Nah.
I'll just use my decks.
Nah. Because you know those decks.
No, I don't. I've never played with 4 of them.
I'll give you a deck he can use.
He'll be fine. And then I'll get him into Magic more.
Okay. Well, I have 2 copies of 2 decks, so he can have one.
All right. Anything else?
For board games?
Board games, yes. Anything else?
No, not that I can think of currently.
All right. So back to me.
No.
So I played some less board games. Well, actually, I did all right. Because I skipped one of the game nights so I could go to work. Not worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was super easy that day.
Yeah.
But still, like, I got a whole extra days of work. And I don't know about that day, whatever. So I took home, I got like 10 hours overtime on my paycheck. And another day with 30 minutes overtime. So I got my normal paycheck plus 10 and a half hours overtime, and I took home less than $300 more.
That's still good, though.
Yeah, but I'm like, I might as well just not go to work that day. Like, that's not that much. I'm missing a whole ass day of spending time with my wife and playing board games with my friends.
Yeah, the rest of your lives to do that.
$230 or something. What? See something out the window?
Is that hash brown?
No. What? You hear a meow?
No, I see a guy carrying a cat.
No,
no
was
joke.
Too dark to be
looks like hash brown.
That was too dark to be hash brown.
My bad.
Trust me, I can tell off a glance.
I just saw a guy just like heave an animal over his shoulder. I was like, what the hell?
All right, so Sunday. When did we last film?
We last filmed 2 Sundays ago.
15th. Okay. So Sunday the 15th after you left, me and Skylar played Memoir 44.
I saw.
First time in a while. That was fun.
I saw you guys also played the Lord of the Rings game.
Yep, I'm getting to that.
Okay.
So we played Memoir 44. That was pretty fun. We like it's kind of weird. We like that game, but I don't know. I have a problem with sometimes complaining about in board games, I guess.
Yeah, we know.
It's because there's some scenario in that game specifically is there's like scenarios where it's like, oh, you're just absolutely screwed, or like it's gonna be so hard to come back. And the only reason I won that game, the only reason I won was because I had one guy and she missed like 3 different dice rolls to kill that one guy.
Yeah.
And then I had like 4 gray cards with their super powerful cards. The normal ones are green. And no, literally my first hand was 5 gray cards.
Nice.
And she still almost won by like this much.
Yeah.
And like it's just like kind of annoying, but it's still fun. I think it's fun to play the game every once in a while. We played it like too much, and we both got annoyed with it. We were like fighting during it.
Yeah.
So we had to stop. We didn't play it for like 3 months or 4 months or whatever. But we played it and it was a lot of fun. Played this dumbass game called Mag Blast.
Sounds fun.
With Flynn brought it, and it was like it's a card game. You have like a ship in the middle, and then you have 4 different sides, and you put ships on those sides, and then you're like firing laser blasts at the other people's ships, but you can only fire at that specific side. You're firing like from your right side to their right side, so then they can put like 3 ships on their right side, but then you can play a card to like take one of their ships on their bottom side, and then their bottom side's like free.
I'm gonna have to look this up.
And then you have to shoot the bottom side. It was kept pretty cool. But for some reason, some of the people just couldn't understand my boy Logan, he doesn't watch these. He's pissing me off. He's like, how does this work? I'm like, Logan, it's so easy. I just explained it to you, Nick. I think if we started playing it, you would understand it. Okay.
I am completely lost. I don't know.
So it was so easy, and he was like, oh, and then he won. Right, of course. What a bitch. Played Dead of Winter.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
Good. Played it with Flynn and Skylar. Played it for the first time, and they loved it. They're like, this was great. We played it fully cooperatively, which I think is the best way to play it. You're supposed to play with a hidden traitor. But honestly, we played it fully cooperatively 3 times, and we haven't won it. So just play fully cooperatively. Also, they wouldn't listen to me, so it's like sometimes in board games, people like to not listen to me if I'm like I played this game before. I kind of know how it works. And a lot of times some people are like, they want to figure it out for themselves or whatever.
Yeah.
So in that game, you can you start with 2 people, and you're controlling 2 people, and you have a colony in the middle, and then these other places with zombies attacking. Dead of Winter, it's a zombie game, sorry. And there's other places you can go like a grocery store, police station, library or whatever. And you're looking for, and you go to those spots and you're looking for specific things, and you can get more survivors, so then you have more characters to use and more dice to use for those characters and stuff. So you think that'd be good, but those people take more food. Okay?
Yeah.
So I was telling them, we can't get too many people. They're going to take too much food. And the thing is, then you have to focus on giving those people food, so you're not focusing on like the main objective, which is like, there's like a main objective card, and you have to put stuff on that card to do that main objective. But your problem is you're focusing on feeding those people, because you have to feed those people. If too many people die, you lose. Okay?
Yeah.
So then in that game, what happened was like, it's not really his fault, but Flynn got like 5 more people. And from what I read, what you're supposed to do is if like, what this one guy said, and he said if you want to get 1 more person because you want some more stuff. 2 more people, maybe, okay? Maybe first 2 people to get 2 more people is fine. If you get more than that, it might be a problem. If you get 3 people, I'm voting to kill you. And it's like that, and he was like, that's how you're supposed to play the game. If you get like, hey, if you get 3 people, I'm gonna kill you. Or it's you really exile them, so I think they can keep playing, but they can fuck you up.
Yeah.
So that's what you're supposed to do. So next time,
Kick
and I said it to Skyla, and she was like, yeah, because Flynn
out.
had like 5 people, and it's like, hey, well, if we exile you, I mean, we might be screwed, but whatever. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what I read. So as next time, I'm gonna say that. But next time we play, I'm gonna say that. Like, Flynn, and he really wanted to play like last week. I guess he wanted to play it, and Skyla was like, nah, I don't feel like it today. I wasn't here. But that's what I'm gonna tell him before we start. If you get 3 people, I'm voting to kill you. Voting to exile you. All right, moving on. We gotta move on. Also played Red Dragon Inn.
Nice.
I lost.
I suck at that game.
Yeah, I played this character. Skyla played. Do you remember Skyla playing a character with mix-ins? So you could like make your drink stronger and stuff.
Yeah.
I tried to play her character, and I don't think I played the character wrong, but I was like, I'm not doing good. And I was like, this is hard. And I couldn't mess with it. Mix-ins mess with the drinks and stuff.
Yeah.
But when she plays it, she does really good. I did bad. Also played War of the Ring. That's Lord of the Rings in a box. Okay? And it's literally like one person's the free people, one person's the shadow army, and then the shadow army is controlling like all 3.
Yeah, we've talked about it before.
Shadow armies. Yeah, no, but you just got to say it again for new people. If nobody's watches to this point anyways, but still. And then the free people is controlling like all 5 of the factions. And dude, did you know in that game there's only 5 normal elves? That's it. The elves there's barely any elves in that game. So I did not realize that. I was trying to I placed all my elves, and then I reached into the box and I was like, there's no more elves. What do I do?
Yeah.
And I played the good guy. Sky played the bad guys. And she beat me. So what happened was I had a plan. My plan was I was gonna build up Rohan a shitload. I was gonna make Rohan go to war. Abu. Sorry, I gotta yell at my dog. Pause. I think it wants to lay down, but here you go. Abu. Good boy. Lay down. Lay down. Fucker. What did I say? Yeah, just kicked him. No, I didn't kick him.
So Rohan.
And my plan was that I was gonna make Rohan go to war and then mustered all the troops and build up Rohan super powerful. Because that's right in the middle of the board, and to start off, Rohan's really weak. It can get strong because it kind of has a good amount of units, but it's right in the middle of the board, right in between. I don't know, just kind of in a bad spot. So that was my plan. So what happened was she drew 1 card at the very beginning, which is really strong, and it gave like the faction right next to me, Saruman, a bunch of units immediately, and then she attacked Rohan immediately. So it like ruined my entire plan. And then I just crumbled and I didn't like readjust and make a new plan. So then I was basically just floundering the entire game, just trying to play defense, just trying to stop her from doing things.
Yeah.
And it just did not work.
Which is really rough trying to play defense when you're a free folk.
You
especially
really can't.
early on. You might be able to later on if you're pushing the ring, but it's from what I've seen, it's pretty hard to kind of like backpedal and play defense as free folk.
Yeah, it's so hard. It's harder to win as the free people, even though I've won as the free people twice.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. It's still hard. That's just because the other if the shadow player knows what they're doing, even if you know what you're doing as a free people, it's still hard to win.
Yeah.
And then I played and then the last thing I played was War of the Ring again.
Yeah.
With my brother.
How'd that go?
I won.
But
I was inadvertently cheating.
Uh-huh.
I thought that you have the heroes from the movies, right? And those you can play with those characters.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that those characters gave all your dice an extra number.
Mm-hmm.
They don't.
Mm.
Basically, what they are is leaders that can attack.
Man. So how long you been cheating? The whole time?
I don't think I did that back then
Uh-huh.
when I played with you.
Uh-huh.
I don't think so.
Uh-huh.
I think I started doing that when I played with my wife
Mm-hmm.
a couple days, like a week ago. I don't think I did that back then, but I think I started doing that with Skyla, and she still won. And then I did that with my brother, Jordan, and I won. But I did kill probably like at least 10 of his units with that extra number, probably maybe 15.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like 1 second away from winning. But I did. Oh, okay, sorry. So me and Skyla were talking after we played that first game,
Mm-hmm.
and she was saying that I think what you're supposed to do is basically like no matter what, you have to move the ring every single turn. Because I was like trying to move the ring sometimes, I didn't have the dice or whatever. But with my brother, I moved the ring every single turn, and I actually got the ring all the way to Mordor, where it's supposed to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I actually got it on the track, and I got to move it down the track, and then I won that way. And he was like about to win with attacking Rivendell.
Man.
So, I had
it that
three.
far.
I had 3 elites there, 3 guys, and
Mhm.
he had like 10 units or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And those guys held out, and I got down to 1 regular guy, and he lived against 3 of his guys. He rolled dice, and he couldn't get him.
That's great.
And it was kind of like I kind of convinced him to attack a different way,
Mm-hmm.
and then I looked at my hand and I realized, oh, I have a really powerful card that'll stop him. So I was like, Jordan, I swear I did not convince you to do this just so I could play this card. I didn't even look at this card in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
I swear, my pinky promise.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I'm sorry. I feel like and then I won.
Uh-huh.
And then after I won, okay, so let's say we play 12 rounds. I realized that round 10 that I was cheating with the companions,
Mm-hmm.
but I was like, I'm just going to
Just
I didn't have
You're just gonna keep cheating?
No. I didn't keep doing it. He also didn't attack the companions, but I didn't tell him right then to stop. I was like, I'll just tell him at the end. But I was like, maybe if he attacks the companion,
Yeah.
I'll tell him. No, I probably would. I probably might have not said it to him. I would have just rolled the dice and then just counted the
Yeah.
5s and 6s and then not said that I messed it up. That's what I would have done.
Yeah.
But I was like gonna tell him at the end. I'm not gonna like keep cheating every time we play. And then we finished, and I was like, I won. And he's like, yeah, that was so close. And I was like, I cheated. And I was like, let's count it as a tie. And he's like, no, I'm gonna count that as my win. And I was like, no.
Of course,
I
you
mean, I
cheated.
still won. He's like, no,
no.
you cheated. I won.
You cheated. You're disqualified.
I'm counting that as a win.
No, that's a loss, bud.
Okay, so we're on for board games. Let's move off of board games.
Mm-hmm.
Last thing I want to say about board games.
Mm-hmm.
I know you got mad at War of the Ring, but that game's just so cool. Even if it's like not the best game, even if it does depend on the dice rolls and the cards you get. At least for me and my brother, we just fucking love Lord of the Rings so much.
Mm-hmm.
So much. And it was so cool. It's just like, it's cool just because it's Lord of the Rings. If it was a different theme, I think I would still like it, but I wouldn't like it as much as I do.
Yeah.
Really, the theme sells that game so much. I'm like, oh my God. And there's expansions. I want to get the expansions just to play just like at least to play with them once.
Yeah.
You get like the Ents, you get Shelob, you get freaking Theoden, and a bunch of characters.
Nice.
The Balrog.
Nice.
The guys on the boats that Aragorn and Legolas, Gimli killed them all.
The
boat guys. And
I thought they were the Eastern people.
no, those weren't those two. They were different people.
Oh, okay.
And then, God damn it,
You can do it.
you messed me up. I don't remember. Oh,
You're talking about expansions and stuff.
I don't know. So my brother, he was like, "What about Lurtz?" He was like, "No, Lurtz." And Lurtz is the guy that kills Boromir. Spoiler. And then I looked it up, and it turns out that guy's not canon. In the books, he just gets shot by, it just like says shot by a bunch of arrows, bunch of different orcs. It wasn't like some climactic thing with one guy killing him. I think it's because they wanted to make the Aragorn like fight more impactful. But I think they all just run in and kill all the orcs, and then they might all be there. I don't know. But it's kind of like, I was like, but I could see why they did that for the movie. You know,
it's very cinematic. Yeah,
that's a change where I think that makes it better. I think that makes it better. You know, it's like it actually gives you an orc to like look at and think about. And it
really does feel like a vengeance duel.
Yeah, but that's not canon to the books.
No, it's dumb.
But still cool. That's like a thing where they change it for the movies, and it's like that's like a good. Like it doesn't really change the story. It's not. It's like I feel like that's a good change. Yeah. Oh, and the guy and the Harvey Weinstein guy.
I was gonna bring him up, but
yeah, you get to play. You can play as him.
Oh, that's fucking crazy.
You're gonna bring him. I like that. All right. Awful board games. That was a long board games.
About a half an hour.
Okay, so video games. What you been playing, my boy?
I just started the campaign for Modern Warfare.
Oh, you didn't finish it?
No, I'm. What mission am I at? I just got through the Prison Break mission.
Did you do the mission with the running down the mountain yet?
Yeah, that's like the 4th mission.
You said just started.
Yeah, I've played for like 6 hours.
You'll be almost done.
Yeah, I'm at like the Prison Break.
That's not just started. That means
I just started today.
In my mind, when you say just started, it means you're like 1 or 2 missions in.
I'm also 7 hours in.
Whatever. Did you see the clip? Tim the Tatman like was playing it or whatever, and he goes, "Jump down the mountain," and he jumps like just off the mountain, just forward, and he dies. And what the fuck? He responds. He's like, "What?" He said, "Jump off the mountain," and then he like turns, and the guy jumps like 5 feet off a little platform. And he jumps, and he's like, "Shut the fuck up, guys." I laughed so hard. Did you see that?
No, I haven't.
Dude,
but
it was so funny. He's like, he said, "Jump off the thing." Oh, that was
fucking Tim.
Okay, anything else?
A little bit of Ark, a little bit of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Excited for Ark 2?
No.
No, why not?
It's Microsoft exclusive.
Oh.
Yep.
You play on the PC?
No. Hard pass. Apparently, it's supposed to be more like Bloodborne.
What?
With the whole like dodging and combat system. So I'll give it a shot if it comes to PlayStation.
Total change. You can play. You can come over here, play it.
I'm not gonna come all the way over here just to play Ark.
Why not?
Hard pass. Because then I'll have to buy it.
And a computer.
Yeah. What else have I been playing?
I don't know.
Oh, Biomutant. I knew I was playing something else.
Biomutant.
Yeah, it was a Plus game this month.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good. It's basically like a more PG Rocket Raccoon the game. It's actually kind of fun.
Okay.
I enjoy it.
All right. What do you think of the Modern Warfare 2 campaign?
I actually really enjoy it. I like the changes they made.
I thought the bunch of the missions were really cool, but the like whole story, I was kind of like not all about it.
I feel like they went too hard with like that.
Some of the ghost stuff was like lame.
The ghost stuff is pretty cool. I like it.
No, like the you can't see my face. You know, kind of that stuff. That's like kind of lame.
But
I like in the original Modern in the original Modern Warfare 2. They just didn't mention it.
Yeah.
He just always had that mask on, and they never mentioned it. But in this one, they're like,
well, he takes his mask off.
he's cool. He's got the mask on. Why do you wear the mask? Because what did he say? What did he say? Why? He was like, because something cool. I know. I liked in the first game. They just didn't mention it.
Yeah.
he just has a mask. He's cool.
Yeah. I mean, he puts the mask back on, so it's pretty dope.
Mask go.
Yeah, no, I like the missions. I like the gameplay. I like the direction they're taking everything. They did lean really heavily into like the Michael Bay action movie.
Yeah.
Which I guess for a Call of Duty campaign, it's fine. But when it comes down to like the story of it all, it's like you can clearly see what's coming. Like,
yeah, it's really it's kind of really obvious everything that happens.
I like the villains though; they're fun.
Yeah,
they're really entertaining.
I like the mission on that ship was pretty cool.
Oh, the one with the sea containers?
Yeah, that was cool.
That was fun. I didn't realize the sea containers were damaging me, so I just kept like spinning around like, where the fuck am I getting shot from?
That's hilarious. Yeah, on Harden it was a bit. On Veteran it's gonna be a bitch. But I was playing. Were you playing it on regular?
Pass.
What were you playing?
Dude, I'm playing it on fucking Recruit.
I don't. Recruit's too. See, I want some challenge. It's too easy.
I wanted to get through it today, and I still couldn't.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Yeah. I'll bump it to like regular or something just to get more of a.
It's not. I don't know. It's not that fun to me. Just run through it. I could play it on regular, but I like a little bit of challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Playing on Harden. And that was a bitch, dude. This fucking goddamn fucking containers.
It's fun. I like the direction though. I really do. I want to see what they're gonna do with some of the other things like the game modes and stuff. It looks fun.
Yeah, I didn't play. I guess I don't think I play like 2 games of multiplayer or something.
Yeah, I like the way they're doing the unlock system with the guns. How it's more of like a weapon tree than it is like regular progress through levels. It's kind of weird when you're looking at the list where it's like, you want this laser? Well, you have to get this other gun to like level 14.
Yeah, no, people were complaining about that or whatever, but I think it's like, it's to force you to use more guns than just one. People just grab one gun and use that.
Yep.
Just use that for like 100 hours. That's fucking crazy to me.
But they did do the Halo thing where the first gun you get unlocked is the M4, and it's the best gun in the game.
Good.
Whereas like everybody starts with a level playing field.
What's that? The Halo thing?
Like the highest damaging gun was the Magnum, and everyone started with the Magnum.
Oh, not the Needler?
No,
that's my favorite gun.
The Needler is fun, yeah.
That's dude, I played like at multiplayer at Skyla's house years ago, and all I did was I grabbed the Needler and I was just running around with the Needler. That's all I was doing, and I couldn't like get a kill. I think we were playing 1v1, and she was like kicking my ass because I never fucking play Halo.
Yeah.
And I was like, all I was doing the entire game was I was just trying to kill the Needler. I got like 3 kills, and I finally got the Needler kill like before she got the last kill she needed. And I was like, yes, the Needler.
Yeah,
I love the Needler.
Now it is a great system with how like there's a button. I think they added it in with an update, or if you just like hit the touchpad while you're hovering over like the AK, it will show you the weapon progression and what level you unlock the other weapons, and it breaks it down like a weapon tree. And once I saw that, I was like, I'm 1,000% all about this. Because now I know exactly what to do. And it made it so much easier to comprehend. Because sometimes I was like, oh, I unlocked...
Have you played the multiplayer?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I'm like rank 40. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Well,
did you play the campaign first?
Well, no, because I have Warzone 2. And that links to your multiplayer account. So I've been playing a bunch of DMZ.
Oh, okay, you said that.
Yeah, and once I really started like, because I the way it's set up is like you start with pretty much nothing. So if you pick up a gun and you exfil with that gun, whatever attachments you have, those are the attachments you get. But you can make it your like insured weapon. That way, if you die, you don't lose it. You just have to like, there's a cooldown timer before you can bring it back in. So if you want to add attachments to it, you have to unlock those attachments. So, like, breaking down, like, I unlocked the ability to equip stocks, but I don't have any unlocked because I haven't leveled up the guns that give me stocks. Okay. So, breaking it down that way.
Do you like the jailer change? The change of that thing? Whatever it's called. What's it called?
Yes, the gulag.
Gulag.
I like the idea of, like, they want to make Warzone more, I guess, like, cooperative and, I guess, friendly.
Oh yeah, good. I think.
Well, yeah, because it used
Not
to
a
be just a
terribly
bunch of
toxic
like
community
toxic
where everybody's-
sweats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where everybody's racist and
There's been a handful of times where
terrible.
I'll get like bum rushed by a squad and I'm on the ground about to self-res and they're like, hold on, wait, let's see if he wants to join. I don't have a mic, but I'm about to self-res and somebody comes out of nowhere and shoots me. It's like, oh, I forgot that was a thing still. Because you can just invite somebody to your squad and you can have a max squad
cool.
list of like 9.
Really?
Yeah, no joke. It's intense as shit.
And then you win with 9?
You can exfil with 9 people, yeah. It's so cool. Because you could just like, you can have a fight with somebody. It's like, oh, wait, hold on. Let's pause this.
You get up, crouch.
Yeah.
It's like that meme when somebody, like, how much do you trust me? Random guy crouching
Yeah,
a million times.
I trust him with my life.
Every fiber
Yeah.
of my being.
Yeah. Well, the thing is like, there's proximity chat, so you can like talk some mad shit
Dude,
to somebody.
some of those clips are fucking genius.
They're great.
But some of them are bad. You seen the people where like they're blasting music super loudly so you can't hear the game?
It's
That
perfect.
fucking sucks.
No, it's great. Use every tool you have.
I know, but then it's like then that person's just gonna turn it off.
Yeah. That's
then-
fine.
Yeah, but then people are just gonna turn that proximity chat off, and eventually, I think eventually it's gonna get so much rarer because everybody's gonna turn it off.
See, the thing is, they're catering to people who don't play with a party. So if you just random solo queue and you get like 4 people or 3 people, you're going to use in-game chat, which is also proximity chat. So if somebody's blasting music and you turn off proximity chat, so you're not talking to your team, you're also not hearing other people's proximity. So they can just be talking and they know nobody's listening because everybody turns it off. So it's an advantage for them. So why wouldn't you do it? But also it's like, if you start turning it off, you're definitely not squatting up with other people.
you have to have it on to be in a squad.
No, you don't have to. No. I mean, like, squatting up with other people.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you run across like another team, you can be like, "Hey, do you want to team up?" You know, if you have your proximity chat off, that's not going to be a thing. But honestly, I ran into a squad. They downed me, and I think I was playing with like 2 other people. They downed me, and the rest of my team was like, "Oh, let's party up." They all partied up before they revived me, so I didn't have anybody on my team, so I was just bleeding out. And I was like, "Guys,
That's fucking fuck those guys."
and they can't leave the team to come pick me
They're
up."
like, oh shit.
So
They're
I'm
like,
like-
my bad.
Yeah. They were like, "Oops," and they tried to send me an invite while I'm dying. I think it went through, but they never bought me back, so I was like, "You guys are assholes." It still technically counted that I exfilled even though I died out, but I lost all my stuff. So I was pretty upset.
Bitches.
Yeah. But no, it's a really good system. If you play for everything it's worth, it's great. But there has been times where I've spawned in and like ran to the first building and some guy's camping the spawn with like a 50 cal sniper and just fucking like one shots you because you don't have any equipment. I was like, this is the reason why I stopped playing these games. But I've only had that happen once, so fingers crossed it changes. Because apparently everyone loads in roughly the same time. So if you have nothing and the people who load in near you have nothing, if you just run forward, you're eventually going to run into them. So sometimes people will just like find a hill next to them, climb on it, and then scope around to see who they can find. It's been kind of fun doing that to other people, but I am such a terrible shot in that game. The recoil is totally different. But it's pretty fun. I gotten a lot of enjoyment out of it. I really like what they're doing. They're actually listening to people now.
You think so?
Yeah. Well, they're changing like all of the stuff that they had gripes with the new system. They've changed back to the older system that people enjoyed. So like looting's changed. They removed the jailer and it's the old gulag. Like 1v1 gulag.
Well, they got rid of that?
I think it's a setting, so like you can opt in to do it, or you can just 1v1 to deploy.
Are people mostly 1v1ing now and not doing that?
Well, because it's a 2v2, and if they wait long enough, the jailer shows up, and it's just a juggernaut. The thing is, the gulags are only pistols, so there's no other weapons they give you.
Yeah, I've seen people kill them though.
Yeah, it's not easy by any means, but if one person, I believe, kills the jailer, all 4 people get deployed.
Yep. See, what you do is you 2 and 2, and then you decide to do that, and then you let the jailer go kill those other 2, and you shoot them in the back, and then you kill them.
Yeah. sometimes they'll spawn you with like Semtex. So I've seen people just bum rush him with like Semtex and stick him. That also helps because as soon as you crack his armor, he just melts. The other issue I think people were having is, what was it? There was a looting, the gulag. I think it might have been how solo queuing works. Like, if you solo queue, you'll get put into a lobby with more people who are solo queuing versus you joining a lobby where there's like 5 or 6 teams, which is always rough to do because if you're the only person in the lobby or one of few who's not in a team, you're just going to get destroyed. Like, good luck taking on a 1v3, especially if they can communicate and revive each other, because you can only carry so many self-revives. And I ran into that issue where I found a guy who had, I think, like 3 or 4 self-revives, and I could have sworn I killed him like 4 times, which is tough because everybody has so much armor now. Yeah. Like, sticking somebody with like a Semtex doesn't kill them anymore.
You gotta make the time to kill longer and longer.
Yeah. I mean, it helps, though, because sometimes you just be running and then all of a sudden somebody melts you. That was the other thing. TTK is a little higher. So if somebody's running, they don't just immediately get melted before they can turn around.
All right.
Yeah, that was a Warzone section.
All right, so I finished Dishonored. Did I finish that by the last video?
No, you said you had like one mission left.
I finished it like as soon as you left, and I played it, and I beat it in like I was only like 2 hours away from beating it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I did tell you this.
No, because you said you weren't sure because you thought you had like one mission left.
Okay, I did. Okay, so I didn't. So then, who did I tell that?
Probably Flynn.
I didn't get the worst.
The worst ending?
I didn't get the worst ending.
Yeah.
I got the medium ending.
Which I think the worst ending is only if you kill a bunch of people.
You got to kill a shitload of people, and then like you let the chick die. Whatever, I forget her name. Elizabeth? No, that's not it. I can't remember.
It's one of them.
You have to like let her die, I think. Mm-hmm. There's really only 2 endings, and then but if you let her die, then that's the worst ending. Then you like become the ruler of the whole. But I got the medium ending, so I guess the bad ending, but it was more like
it's like a neutral ending.
Yeah, it was like saying it was like what will the history books say? Will they say that she regained power and her ruthless assassin helped her get to power, or that he saved her from, or that her like aide saved her from the evilness of the bad guys or whatever.
Yeah.
But the good ending, you have to kill an average of like 3 or less people every mission.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, that's rough.
I'm not doing that. Fuck that, dude.
I think there's a trophy for like not killing anybody.
Yeah. I tried to not kill for like 1 or 2 missions. I think there's one mission I think I mentioned this last time. I didn't kill anybody and I killed like 4 people. And then the next mission, I'm like trying to be stealthy and I'm like, I just get so annoyed. I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah, stealth only goes so far.
Oh my god, it's just so annoying. I'm like, screw this. And then so one mission I killed 4 people. The next mission I killed 56 people. I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
It was so hard to get him.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I like playing those kinds of games. Like, I'll play Assassin's Creed first because Assassin's Creed really, they really reward you for playing the game like an assassin.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's obviously, it's in the name, but like they truly like make it feel phenomenal when you play like an assassin.
Assassin's Creed 3 is my favorite Assassin's Creed game.
Isn't it the only one you've played?
No, I played Liberation. It's like a spin-off of 3.
That's
basically.
like a glorified DLC.
It is. It was cool though.
Yeah. No, I hear it was great.
Oh, and I played it on the Vita, and they actually released it on the PlayStation. And I was thinking maybe I'll play it again.
Yeah.
It was only like 4 hours, I think.
So I bit the bullet and I got the PlayStation Plus. It's like $8. It was either I spend $8 and get that and the catalog of games they unlock, or I spend $19 for fucking Celeste. So no. Which we'll talk about that game later.
All right, let me finish talking about myself.
Yeah.
So Dishonored was pretty good. It was fun. I like looked it up, and I guess when it came out, it was like it was considered one of the one of the best video games of all time. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it was?
Super unique. Yeah.
It's really annoying. It gives you like a shitload of powers, but then
Mhm.
you're not supposed to use them,
Yeah.
and that's annoying.
I think it's like the tempting you kind of thing.
That's annoying. I don't. That's stupid.
Well, they did the same thing with like Infamous.
Yeah, but you could play it either way. You know,
You
you're
can
still
play-
killing people in both of them. You're not like running around stealthily avoiding everybody and not killing people.
You're not really killing people if you play the good path in Infamous.
You're absolutely shooting them in the face with lightning.
But they don't die.
Bullshit.
If you go back and watch, they just kind of collapse on the ground.
And I've been playing recently Ratchet and Clank 2016. That's one of your games, I remember.
Ratchet and Clank is so good. I'm only missing one game in their catalog.
The new one?
Yeah.
Did
The
you
one
play
that's
the
on PS5.
You play the I think it's this 2016 one?
The one that had the movie that went with it?
Yeah. Did you
Yeah.
ever watch that movie?
Yeah. It was pretty fun.
It made like negative money in the
Yeah.
box office.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was the one to watch it though.
If you play the game, it basically does it tells you the movie.
You know what I kind of keep forgetting? They made a Warcraft movie.
Mm-hmm. Don't watch it.
I keep forgetting that.
I liked it, but don't watch it.
Ratchet Clank's pretty good. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really good. It's really fun. I think
Yeah.
I'm 2/3 of the way through it. I think.
Do you have a favorite weapon yet?
The grenades.
Yeah, grenades are fun.
I'm trying to level them up all the way.
Yeah.
I got them up to like
That
there's like
is-
5 levels or whatever. I got them up to the 4th level.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to unlock it. So I'm assuming there's like a trophy. I'm hoping there's a trophy for that or whatever.
There's a trophy, I believe, for getting every weapon to level 5.
Yeah, but you have to play through the game like multiple times, right?
I think I got it done in 3 playthroughs.
I'm not playing 3 playthroughs of this game.
Once you level up the weapons, though, it's
Yeah, you might just
incredibly
run
fast.
through.
No.
I'm playing
like,
on medium too. But
you just blaze that.
I'm playing
game.
on medium too.
There's a trophy to hit every enemy with the disco grenade. I don't know if you have it.
Yeah.
I don't have that. That's the only trophy I don't have.
The only one you don't have?
That's the only one I don't have because I can't find the last guy.
What's the last guy?
I don't know who it is. Like, I think I got everybody and the game's just glitched. But I went through the entire game and only used those grenades. And I still didn't get it. Like, no joke, the entire game.
I
And
flew
only
around. If
used
you
those.
remember, I flew around finding all the brains in one level.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun, dude. Using that jetpack, I was like, I'm
Mhm.
spoiled now. Now I'm playing. And then you like go to a different world,
Yeah.
and you don't have the jetpack, and I'm like, I just want the jetpack. Bring it back.
Yeah.
But I found all those brains by myself. I didn't look up anything.
Nice. Yeah, they're pretty good about like
Cool.
their collectibles. They're
I looked
they're
up
not
one
too
thing in the second level or whatever.
hard. Uh-huh.
I just couldn't figure out one thing, and then I looked it up. But I haven't looked up anything else.
They try to make it pretty. Not that
It
it's
is
like
easy.
obvious,
It is like it's.
but it's one of those things where it's like, it's so obvious you don't think that's the answer.
Yeah, I think it's more like games like that where it's like younger kids could play it
Yeah.
and collect everything and understand everything. You know.
Yeah. It's Ratchet and Clank's always been good about like being kid friendly enough to play, but having a good enough story for adults to enjoy it, which is one of the reasons why I love it so much. That and Jack and Daxter. The Jack games have always done that too.
I never played them. I watched Joe play through Jack and Daxter 2 for about 8 hours once.
It's such a good game. I think 3 is better than 2, but it's just preference.
Don't people like 2 the best?
I think so, but I like the open world aspect of 3.
I'm kind of I'm kind of over open worlds.
Well, it was one of the, I don't want to say it was the first or anything. In that generation, it was one of the first. Next to like Shadow of the Colossus.
Okay, all right. So move on from video games.
Mm-hmm.
Movies. You watch any movies?
I'm almost certain I did. I think I watched like 2 or 3, and I'm just drawing a blank. I'm sleep
You didn't write
deprived.
them down?
I didn't think about it. No.
All right, so I watched 5 movies in the past 2 weeks. I
Nice.
rewatched for maybe the 10th time League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Great movie.
Dude, that movie's good.
Saw that
Everybody
movie in
hates it.
theaters. Nah. saw
I
that movie in
like it.
theaters.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, rewatching, there's some parts where I'm like,
Yeah.
It's so like they're like just running while people shooting machine guns and like just running
Yeah.
in an open field and then they get by. But that's just movies.
Yeah, especially that age. Yeah.
That's a fun movie. I wish a movie called I Think We're Alone Now. That's got our boy Dink in it.
Who? What?
Our boy Dink.
Oh, okay.
Did you get it? The
Maybe.
Dink?
Maybe.
The Dink. It's got Peter Dinklage in it.
Okay. I wasn't 100% certain
and
on
Elle
that.
Fanning, and it's basically all the people on Earth randomly drop dead at the exact same time.
Nice.
And those are the only 2 people left.
Yeah.
And it was cool, and Dinklage is like, he has one in here.
Bye.
And he's like a grumpy fuck, and then she's like a wildly carefree girl or whatever. And
Yeah.
it was a nice movie. It was cool. I watched a movie called No Exit, and that was, it had.
Hi, boo boo. Hi, boo boo. Lay down.
And that was cool.
No.
Wait, pause.
Lay down.
Abu, come. Abu, come now. Sit right here.
Good boy.
Stay. All right, so I watched a movie called No Exit. That was kind of cool. This woman, she goes to a rest stop, and then she discovers a girl tied up in the back of a van,
Nice.
and she has to like figure out who did it, and then try and save her.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about, and I really wanted to watch it.
That
when I saw the
was a
trailer.
cool movie. Yeah, I think you would like it. It's got
It's like a whodunit kind of.
not really.
Well, I mean, like, not quite.
Okay, kind of a spoiler.
No.
You
Don't
wanna
spoil
spoil
it.
it at all?
Don't
Okay.
spoil it. I want to watch it.
Never mind. Hold on. Abu, sit. Stay.
Yeah, I remember seeing it. It's it looked great,
It's
and
cool.
then it just disappeared off my radar.
No, on Hulu.
Nice. I'll check it out.
Yeah. And hey, what did I just fucking say? Stay.
Ooh,
Stay.
getting in trouble.
He likes to not. He's like not listening now. I don't know why. He's pissing us off. Even Skylar. See, she. This is what she does. She'll be like, "Oh, I'm leaving," but he can hear her moving, so he wants out there. You gotta like leave him out there, and then there you go. When you leave, then you do it. See, and then now maybe he's gonna realize. Oh, I really have to remember to cut this out. I'm gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, get canceled.
Okay, here you go. Yeah, that was cool. I would recommend that movie. And then I watched a movie called Desperate Hour. That was a really cool movie. It was kind of an artsy-ish movie, I guess. Whatever. Not an artsy movie. I don't know the correct term. So this woman goes for a jog, and while she's jogging, she gets a call that there's an active shooter at her son's high school. And the whole movie, basically an hour and a half, is her running through the woods trying to get to the school, and answering the phone over and over again, and calling a bunch of different people on the phone. But it was really cool, actually. You could just listen to the entire movie. You don't have to watch any second
What's
of
it
that movie.
on?
On Hulu.
Okay.
You could literally just listen to the entire movie and understand the entire movie.
I'll give it a shot.
It was actually really cool. Like literally just listen to it. There's like maybe a couple of things where like when you're like, I wonder what's happening, but for literally, let's say it's an hour and 40 minutes. For 90 minutes of that, she's running through the woods. You don't have to watch it at all. Like maybe 85 minutes of that. And the last movie I watched is this movie called The Forgiven. That movie pissed me off.
Yeah.
Because it has Jessica Chastain in it and Ralph Fiennes. And Matt Smith is in it. And that was okay. So here's what the movie's about. This couple is driving to their friend's birthday party in the middle of the Afghanistan desert. I think it's Afghanistan. What?
It's like the weirdest place to have a fucking birthday party.
Yeah, and then the guy's like rich or whatever, and he has
go to a fucking island.
Whatever. And then on the way there, they hit and kill a kid.
See, this is why you just buy an island. You're not gonna hit and kill a kid on an island.
Just a seal.
Or dolphin.
I should have said dolphin, seals.
I was
Okay.
just thinking like a Navy SEAL swimming in the ocean. And all of a sudden just like,
Okay, so that and then it was really okay. So it's 2 hour long movie. 45 minutes of it was really really interesting, and it was like the guy goes with. So he hits the kid, and I'm just gonna tell you the whole movie. So they hit a kid, and then the kid's dad comes and gets the kid, and they're like, "You have to come back and bury the kid, to atone for this or whatever." So then he goes with the dad and like a couple people to go bury the kid, and he's like, "Is this guy gonna fucking kill me? Like, is he gonna fucking kill me?"
yeah.
And that's what you're thinking. Like, he's gonna fucking kill me, and they're like, "Hey, they're just gonna kill you anyways. If you don't go with them, so you might as well go with them." He's like, "Okay." And so then it was like about him learning, and like you're supposed to hate the guy at the beginning of the movie, and like he sucks.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Whatever, I hit a kid. It's an accident. Whatever, who cares?"
Yeah.
And then he like the 45 minutes is about him like learning, that, like
he's a piece of shit.
that he's a piece of shit. He's an alcoholic. He's like, what I did wrong. He's like, to like learning grief and how to feel bad. I don't know the correct whatever the word is.
Remorse.
Feel the remorse, and then like. Also, he's also like I guess like a racist, and he learns to like not be racist or whatever.
Yeah.
That doesn't really come through that much.
Yeah.
And then it's like that was like cool, and he was beautifully acted by Ray Fiennes. Like this like terrible piece of shit guy learning to like learning the remorse and to feel and to try to atone for his sins, and just like learning to be a better person. And then while that's happening, there's this juxtaposition with his wife is back at this billionaire's party, cheating on him, doing cocaine and just partying, while he's like in a very poor desert, like learning this stuff. I also just skip past all of her scenes that happened in because there's no point. The point of that is just to show
like the contrast.
The contrast, yeah. But you don't have to watch that scene at all, okay?
Yeah.
And so then it's him learn. So 45 minutes is him learning that, and then he like gets back, and then he like has atoned. It feels like he's atoned for his sins. He's felt the remorse.
Yeah.
And it wasn't on purpose. It was an accident.
Yeah.
But he was still like, and then he admitted he was like, I was drinking all day. I was like probably kind of drunk. I was arguing with my wife, and I was speeding.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really paying attention, and he jumped out in front of me, and I hit him. It's like, so it's my fault, but it's still an accident.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, the kid's friend shoots him in the face and kills him. So what was the point of the whole fucking movie? So I was like, why end it that way? Just have him learn. What was the fucking point? So fucking stupid. I got so fucking mad at that.
Yeah.
Dude, literally 45 minutes was like beautiful. It was, I would say it was like kind of beautiful. Like it was really well acted and written. Him learning. And then they're like, and then he shot and killed. Not just shot and killed, he like lets the guy kill him. He's like, yeah, I deserve it to die. I'm like, no, it's still an accident. God, what a fucking terrible, shitty fucking ending. What it fucking pissed me off.
That sounds great. Sounds hilarious.
Shut up. So that happened. Yeah. Those are the movies I watched.
Yeah, nice. Nice rant.
All right, TV shows. What you been watching?
That 90s show.
Is it good? Laura said
it's pretty good.
You like it?
I don't give a shit what Laura says.
Me and Skylar, we're supposed to watch it.
I think it's pretty good.
We're gonna watch a couple episodes tonight.
I think it introduces just enough. Like if you watch that 70s show, it introduces just enough to let you know it's I guess a spin-off show, but it introduces enough new elements that it's its own show, which I kind of like. But it does follow that skeleton of that 70s show.
Mm-hmm.
It's, a bunch of teenagers being stupid, doing stupid shit. But you also get to see the characters from that 70s show evolve. And like how they have shifted because they've grown. It's a nice change. Because you think like Red was always just an asshole. I say an
Mhm.
asshole. He was always like
Hard ass.
a hard ass and like incredibly strict. And this is like he's open to more things and he's more understanding. And it's a nice change of pace, especially for his characters. Like, yeah, he's also getting hella old, so it's like he doesn't need to have that kind of stress to his life. So it's a nice change, but also seeing the actors come back as their previous characters is such a great like, what's the word I'm thinking of? It's like it's incredibly rewarding for even like the small bits they have. Like they had Tommy Chong's character Leo come back, and I think up to the point that I'm in, he's only been in it for maybe 3 minutes, and it's exactly what you expect out of him, and it's fucking perfect. It's
Good.
so good.
Good.
I love it.
So I know no matter what they say, Skyla's gonna. I know my wife, and she's not gonna like whatever they did with Hyde's character. What do they say with? Just tell me. What do they say?
They haven't.
They haven't even mentioned it.
I'm on episode 7 or 8. They haven't said a word about him.
What about? Does he have a kid or anything in the show?
No, not that I know of. No, he's just
not in it.
He's just not in it.
Okay, that's gonna piss. Now that annoys me, but that's also really gonna annoy Skylar.
But like, what are they gonna say? You know?
Say he died.
But that's exactly like what they wanted to avoid for his character in the show. So it's like now
Just say he died of cancer, or he died of
well, because that was the thing. Is like all of his family's either in prison or dead, so he was supposed to be different. And
or recast. I am 100% for recasting in every 99% of every single thing. Because it's about the story. It's not about the fucking actor. It's about the character. I
think a recast for season 2 would be great.
The character was supposed to be different, so just recast him. Have the character. Have his fucking, I don't know. I think he has a brother or something, right? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he has a brother. Yeah.
His brother was he was in the show. Remember the cheese guy?
I think so.
That's his brother. He was on Malcolm in the Middle.
Nice.
Speaking of Malcolm in the Middle, I'm re-skimming through Malcolm in the Middle. It's just such a great show.
So since we're talking about shows,
Yeah.
I have a very important question to ask you. Did you finish Clone Wars?
Are you ready? Yes. Yes, I did.
I was skimming through the other episode. I was like, oh, if he
I did it.
it.
I finally did it.
I'm gonna just
last night.
I'm gonna summon the strength of the ancestors and slap the dog shit out of you.
Nick.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah.
I think even if you're not a big Star Wars fan,
I didn't like it.
Did you watch it?
No.
Even if you're not a big Star Wars fan, if you're like a Star Wars fan, right? Like you wouldn't consider yourself a big Star Wars fan, right?
Me, no.
But you're like, you like Star Wars?
Yeah.
I think even if you just like Star Wars and I'm a Star Wars fan, I'll watch a Star Wars movie, but you're not like you don't really care about all this stuff.
I don't think I watched the last 2, so.
You should watch the last 4 episodes. I mean, you should probably, they have like a thing on there. They go like, there's a thing you can go on on the Star Wars section of Disney Plus, and it says essential episodes.
Nice.
I feel like you should watch those. But because I don't know how much the emotions or whatever are gonna hit you.
Nah.
If you don't know some of the characters.
Yeah.
But I think that even if you're not
as long as Rex survives.
Maybe. Even if you're not a big Star Wars fan, you should watch the last 4 episodes because that literally takes place during episode 3.
That's what I heard. It's
like literally really during like he's like, oh, I'm gonna go into Coruscant to help fight because they're attacking Coruscant, and that's like the beginning of episode 3.
Yeah.
And then it like literally takes place during it, and Order 66 is like declared during the show, and
it's like second to last episode or last episode, isn't it?
The second last episode is when Order 66 is declared. But the last 4 episodes, it says like that's supposed to be a movie kind of thing.
Yeah.
It says like it's like in every Star Wars, it's always in like yellow. This was like in red, and it was like Star Wars present George Lucas, or it presents something. I think it says something created by George Lucas or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like presents part 1.
Yeah.
So the fourth to last episode says part 1. So that's supposed to be like a thing. And Nick, I really mean it. Even if you're not a big Star Wars fan, you should watch those last 4 episodes.
Yeah, I'll try to squeeze them in.
Because
I'm taking Wednesday off, so I might watch a bunch of shit Wednesday.
And like
and sit with the new puppy because he'll be home.
Oh yeah. And like I didn't think I didn't cry or anything, but and I texted Skylar, I was like, I didn't think it was gonna hit me this hard. I'm like, this is actually really like emotional. It was like really sad. I mean, it's sad. Like,
no, I heard it's supposed to be incredibly emotional because of like how things happen.
It was the last episode. It was like emotional. It also has the coolest. Nick, I kind of want you to watch it, and I want you to be like, what do you think the coolest little 10 or 15-second sequence was? There was a really fucking cool with Ahsoka. It was the coolest sequence I've ever seen.
Ahsoka is one of my favorite characters. Ahsoka's She's so amazing. Fucking awesome.
Yeah, and the last dude, it was just a really good. Like it was like it like kind of hit me. I was like, man, I feel sad.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I didn't like cry or nothing, but I felt sad. Like I was like, this is so sad. I was like,
yeah, because you know where things end up. You know what happens.
That's the thing. You watch it, you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And like that's the
rough to
point.
See.
It's supposed to be sad because like the first episode is Yoda like with stormtroopers, and you know they're and then the second one is Plo Koon like with stormtroopers.
Yeah, I remember Plo Koon.
Or clones, whatever. And it's just like those people are gonna kill you later. Probably that exact person is gonna kill you.
Yep.
In 2 years, he's gonna shoot you down.
Yep.
And it's just like that's just like God damn.
Yeah, because you see, like throughout the show, the Jedis really do form like some sort of bonds or connection with the clone troopers, and it's great because they're just the way the movies have shown clones and stormtroopers is like they're literally copy and paste. They're all the same.
That's the
but
thing.
The show is like they really show the diversity. Like they give them different names. They have different armor.
Yeah,
they react differently.
Dude, I mean, like
they grow as characters.
Like they're.
I get it.
I mean, they say in the show they were grown to fight, serve the Republic, and then die a young death.
Yeah.
Because they live twice. They're like twice as much as humans or whatever.
Yeah.
So when you're like 40, you're 80. You know, that's kind of what it says. Yeah. There's not like a real concrete thing or whatever. But I was trying to look it up, and they kind of just assume that they age twice as fast.
Well, yeah, because like when you think about the second movie, when they go to the cloning planet, it's like they were commissioned 10 years before, and they're fully grown adults.
Yeah, it's like, so like it's sad. Like you see this character, like he was like, we're bred to live and die for the Republic,
and they're literally like,
and I'm a human being with like a
14-year-olds. Yeah,
yeah, and they're like, and then at the very end, it's like, and now you're all being forced to kill your best friends.
Yeah. No, I know
by
it's
the
rough.
Republic.
Yeah.
That you were bred to.
Yeah.
And now you're being forced, and it's just like that's fucking sad, dude.
That's why I like the Mandalorian so much. It's like what they're doing with the Mandalorian it's different because it's not exactly the same story of Mandalore. It tweaks things for the better, which is why I like the Mandalorian so much. It's like it really gives autonomy to the characters, because when you see the armor and everything, everybody always assumes it's like the same with the clones. It's like you see the armor, it's just another copy and pasted soldier.
Mm-hmm.
But they really like flesh out the characters on the show so well. It's so fucking good.
And Bill Burr's in it, so.
And Bill Burr, he's phenomenal. He really like his character is truly.
I kind of forgot he was in Breaking Bad too.
Yeah, I know, right? His character is truly amazing. Like he has a lot of growth for like the 3 episodes he's in or 4 episodes he's in. He has an exceptional amount of growth.
You ever watch the Boba Fett show?
I have a Book of Boba Fett. No, I haven't yet.
I heard people were like, eh.
I heard people were like, because it's mostly the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Like it's Boba Fett for like 3 episodes and the rest is the Mandalorian.
Did you know that
or
they
Din Djarin or
did
whatever?
You know they, I guess they retconned, but a good retcon in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously we're still talking about Star Wars. Why would we be talking about something else?
Yeah.
That Rex was like in the final fight in episode 6.
They retconned that he was,
that
or
he was
wasn't?
in that fight. Yeah.
So they like added him to it.
Yeah, I think like in Rebels.
Okay.
In the I read it somewhere in Rebels. Like he was in that fight helping like the Republic, or the
Rebels.
The Rebels.
Nice.
And I was like, that's fucking awesome. I was like,
That's
I actually
great.
love that.
That's great.
At like 70, he's like 70 something, 76,
Yeah.
70. I think I read it said like he's supposedly around 76.
Yeah.
So he's 76, like fucking, let's go.
Well, when you think about like
That's a good retcon. Some retcons are good.
yeah, if you think of like back to the age thing, if you think about like how old Boba Fett is, like Django had him.
I think he was supposed to be 12 in episode.
In the second movie, yeah, episode 2, he's in between like 12 and 14, and Obi-Wan's what, like mid-30s. He's probably like 50 or 60 years old, and he's rough, you know, because he's a bounty hunter. He's rough, but he still looks like he's like 40, you know, 40 or 50. It's like he doesn't look as aged as he actually is. So it just shows it's like they fucked with him.
Yep. All right. Good talk. All right. I'm gonna skip YouTube for a second because I want to say one thing about books real quick.
Yeah.
So I said, last episode, remember I said I was like, I want to read these books I read when I was a kid, Mist Mantle Chronicles. I don't know if you remember that. There's no audiobook of those.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, so I might buy those.
Nice.
And just physically read them. But I read while I was reading about Star Wars a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I read that there's this book series. I think there's only 2 of the books right now or whatever. But in the book series, it's about so one of the characters, he's not the main character, but one of the characters in it is a clone. That was in like a couple episodes of the Clone Wars. And he's frozen at like the very end of it. And in cryo chamber, and he awakens 50 years later and then he joins like a pirate crew or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, that sounds so cool because and it says like he's the last clone. He's the last one of his kind in existence. And it's like, and then now he's like, he like was frozen, like, oh, I gotta go help my friends.
Yeah.
And then he's frozen and he awakens 50 years later, like everybody you know is dead.
Yeah.
50 years later.
It's very Avatar.
And I was like, that's cool. And I was like, if that's an audiobook, I'm going to listen to that. I think that's so cool. I think that's a cool thing that you could do with that character.
Oh, yeah.
He was Kix. He was in a couple episodes of. I was just like, that's cool. I know I like that. Okay, you read any books? Listen to any books?
No, I
you
had
got
to
different schedules. So you haven't really
I had to shift back to podcasts because I didn't have time to like figure out which books I wanted and then get them and then download them and make sure everything's ready. So I just went with the podcast that I had. I do have a few in mind though. I found there's some like Magic the Gathering lore books. Not necessarily like lore, but it's about the characters.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, with how fast they're moving the story, I might pick up 1 or 2 of them because it helps expand things. Like, there's a lot of missing things that I like didn't realize with the new set that came out, like the most recent set, Brothers War. And the next set's supposed to be coming out this spring, so I wanted to catch up.
Yeah, that's like Nathan was like talking. He was like, I really like the story. He said he really likes the story.
Oh, it's a great
Magic.
story.
And then he's like, the Brothers War is like a great thing. He's like, so I'm really excited for the set just because I like the story so much.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah, I went back to like 2017 and started doing like double checking and like listening to technically a lot of the lore for the villain around like 2016 to probably like 2019. Nico Bolas, he's I think it's what's his name? It's the Dragon Pharaoh. He's one of the Elder Dragon's like last children who basically took over everything. He was the big bad for like 3 years, I think. And his story is so good. Like it's honestly phenomenal. It's a lot to do with like time travel though. Or not necessarily time travel. It's like planes walking and like manipulating different planes. But he's such a schemer. I love it.
All right. So YouTube. What,
YouTube.
Anything interesting?
Anything interesting on YouTube? I told you about my first reaction videos, right? Last episode.
Yeah.
Just some more.
First reaction of what? What was it again?
It started off with Starship Troopers.
Yeah, yeah. What
Great
did
movie.
you say? You made some joke. You're like, speaking of movies.
Speaking of movies, Starship Troopers. Now it's The Thing. I'm like mad in love with The Thing right now. It's such a the John Carpenter like 1982 The Thing. Good movie.
The movie's so fucking good, dude.
Yeah, you've seen it, right? Like all the way through.
Fucking love that movie. Yeah.
So here's my question: at the very end, is one of them or both?
So
of
the
them
original
a
script.
thing?
So the original story was that the main guy was good and the other guy was the Thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then they changed it to have it be more unknown.
So I did some digging. The original script did say that I think it's McCreary, Kurt Russell's character, is human, and Keith David's character is supposed to be a thing.
But then they changed it. So.
But before they even finished filming, they filmed 4 separate endings with just those 2 characters, and they didn't realize, like, they took the best parts out of all of them, and they were like, you know what, we're just gonna say it's like no one knows. Well, the only canon source after that is the video game, and the video game says that both of them are human. So it's like, that's the weirdest way to explain that, but also like,
okay,
if we don't count that,
I think it's supposed to, like, I get what you're saying, but you're supposed to not know.
No. The story is so much better if you don't know.
The story's so much better if you don't know. Yeah.
Some people are pointing out, it's like, oh, you don't see, what's his name? Childs, Keith David's character. It's like, you don't see his breath. It's like, well, that doesn't matter, because earlier in the movie, one of the things is literally breathing and you see his breath. That doesn't matter. The most concrete, like, if you're digging into it, the most concrete, like, path you can follow is that McCready is a thing, because they bring up that even a few cells can infect you, and when he drinks from the bottle at the very end and then hands it over, Child's character forgets that you can transfer the infection just from a few cells, and drinks from the bottle, and that's why he's smiling. And people are saying it's like, that's probably one of the endings they went with, and they just clipped those scenes together because those were the best scenes. So if that's what they put in the movie, that's probably like, if they were going to continue the story, that's probably what they were going to think of. But there's been, I think, comic books and video games. It's like they all have different endings. Even John Carpenter has said multiple times, it's like, I don't know. Yes to one, yes to the other, no to both of them.
Did you ever see they did a remake a couple years ago? Did you ever watch that?
Yeah, it was a prequel.
Oh, it was a prequel. Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
It was supposed to be the Norwegian crew that was at the very beginning with the helicopter.
That's a great fucking movie.
Yeah.
You know, there's a couple of the Thing board games.
I heard, and I kind of want to try one.
Yeah, there's a couple. So if you like ever do, like, find the right one.
I'll
there's like good.
I'll
and
watch
bad
a handful of
there's
videos.
Good. There's like one really really good one, and then a couple of ones there.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
But I really want to give it a shot because it's a theme that I really love, like a mysterious, like everybody's cooperating, almost like Among Us. I mean, pretty much the same thing, but everybody's cooperating towards a common goal, but one person is not who he says he is.
Yeah.
I love those games.
So I've been watching YouTube. It's January, so you know what that means. It's all of the board game channels. End of the year or end of the year list,
reviews,
and they go through. Some channels go through the top 100 board games of all time.
Yeah.
And so that's what I've been watching. Some of them are really good, really funny.
Has any of them convinced you to get new board games? I mean, obviously you haven't gotten new board games.
There's so many. There's like, I could write down a list of 100 board games that I want.
Has it adjusted the order of your priority list?
No. My priority list has been the priority list for a long time.
Okay, because it's still like Villainous on top, right?
For
the most part.
I'm gonna play. So I gotta play Villainous at least one more time.
Yeah.
And then I might think, and then maybe I'll get the next one. Yep. We just got expansion for Castle of the Mad King Ludwig.
Oh yeah, the one with the moats and the gooses.
Yeah, it's got like swans. It's got like
same thing. 5
different expansions in it or whatever. But it seems cool. I mean, we definitely got to play that.
Yes. Definitely got to play it.
All right, Rain Man.
I'm trying to see the dog.
All right, Rain Man. Okay, got sports, question mark. You care about the playoffs at all?
Not particularly.
playoffs?
No, not really.
Bills lost, so now I don't care.
Yep.
Go Niners. That's what I'm going to root for.
Sure. Go Cowboys.
They lost?
That's how attentive I've been.
So at work, they talk about basketball sometimes.
Yeah. Light the beam. Go Kings.
Let's go!
Go Kings.
I'm
trying to find a hockey team before the season's over.
27-21. They lost the last 2 games, though.
Oof.
But here the Lakers, okay? Let me look at this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, so here we go. So last night,
Sorry, I'm
LeBron
exhausted.
James, 41 points.
Yeah.
No other player. Anthony Davis, 16 points. That's the next highest. Next highest is 15 points.
God damn.
So no other fucking player. Dude, the Lakers. I laugh at the Lakers. They're so bad. And then they
It's like Green Bay. They're paying their key players so much money, and they still end up losing.
Yeah, I think it was I'm trying to remember what team. There was one team. There was one game or whatever, and I watched it. It was LeBron James, 37 points.
Yeah.
All other 4 starters combined, 21 points.
That's great. Gotta love it.
Just be better, dude.
Just get good.
Just be better. That's sad. You gotta be a fucking ashamed of yourself.
Yeah.
Because I listen to some sports shows sometimes, and they're like, "You should be ashamed of yourselves, Lakers." You're like, LeBron James is 38, averaging 40 points a night this year, and you're like,
you're still.
And one of your starters
so
got.
bad.
I watched one of the starters. He played 30 minutes or whatever, and he made 2 points. I'm like, I don't care if you go to defense. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah.
And I think one of the starters got 0 points in 25 minutes or something.
So I'm all game for like one person leading the team in scoring,
but
and
you can't
the
do
rest
that
of the
much.
team. No. I mean, like the rest of the team can like cater to that person scoring everything. Like if you look at Rodman, they brought him on just to get rebounds, and the man did it like his life depended on it.
Yep.
The thing is, nobody on the team is doing that. Nobody wants to be the Rodman of the team. So like, step it up.
Just be bad. Just
yeah.
Ugh. All right.
So that's sports.
That's sports. Good job.
I might try to
see. I want to I root for the Kings, right?
Yeah.
But I know they're not gonna win the title, so it's hard for me
Yeah.
to really care about them this year. I know they're not gonna win the title. Maybe next year if they make a couple of changes, additions. But there's 100% they're not. They can't win the title this year. They. What I would bet a lot of money that they're not gonna win the West. You know what I mean? Or East, whatever.
No, West.
Well,
West.
I'm dumb.
Yeah.
I know they're not gonna, and they're probably not gonna win the West. Okay. Also, they have no freaking playoff experience at all.
Yeah.
They're definitely not gonna win the title.
Yeah. How's the battery look? Good. Nice.
Yep.
They're not.
I would bet a lot of money they're not gonna win.
Yeah.
Come out of the West. So I want to root for them, but I just know they're not gonna. I just know.
I think honestly, if it comes down to rooting for them, I think the best case would just be go to a game or two, and then just watch another team.
Probably next year.
Yeah.
Probably not this year. All right. We got music, podcast, streaming. Anything new?
No. How to think about it?
Never really is anything new in those.
No, because it's like I don't have time for a new podcast. I don't have time to sit there and watch a stream. I mean, I watch a few friends stream, but like, it's just so we can hang out and chat. That's about it.
I try to watch friends stream, but they're all bad. So.
Well, it's not even that. It's like I'll watch friends play like.
Not bad at the game, bad at streaming.
Yeah, I watch friends like play a game. Like it's just like them playing a game and I'm sitting next to them. Like I watch somebody play like Bloodborne or Dark Souls. That's supposed to be, or Elden Ring, like supposed to be super focused, and it's just like, yeah, I'm just running around collecting shit and stabbing people in the back and just talking. So it's like it's not really a stream, but it's more like a party that we're all just hanging out in. So it's kind of fun. But other than that, nothing really. Like I said, I don't really have time for new podcasts or streams, and music never changes, honestly.
You ever listen to some 90s country last couple days?
Gross.
There's some 90s country that's not good.
Some?
Yes.
Some.
All right.
Only some?
All right, let's move on. We're at Indie Game Club.
Yeah. So how'd you like the game?
Nick, I did not play it.
I fucking hate you.
I feel terrible.
I literally
I
non-stopped
100%
that game.
forgot about it the entire last week. I did not think about it a single time. Last night, laying in bed, 3 a.m, I went, "Oh shit, dude!"
That game hurt me.
I really didn't fucking, dude. I feel so bad. I like gave you so much shit for not fucking beating the games before, and I've done it twice in a fucking row.
Let me see. I think I took a picture of
I
my
am very sorry,
final
Nick.
screen.
I feel terrible. I do. I feel bad. I blame myself. It's my fault. See, here's the problem.
You don't care.
Here's the problem. Like I haven't been playing like hardly any video games. So then I had time to remember to do the Indie Game Club. Those were like the only games I was playing kind of for a while.
Yeah.
But I've been playing Ratchet and Clank like most days. I try and play it a little bit. The last 2 weeks, and I've like been happy because I'm like, oh, I'm actually like trying to play a video game more, and I'm actually like playing some video game and stuff. But then I just haven't thought about the Indie Game Club. And I also the thing is what I didn't do is I always get it that night, but I didn't buy it that night and put it on my PlayStation, so I couldn't remember it. And now I feel very bad. So I'm sorry. Oh, I feel so bad.
I have to check my scores. So the way the game works, I'll just talk about it. It's literally it's just a puzzle platformer. There's collectibles that are strawberries that you basically like are side missions. You have to grab the strawberry from the air and then land on a safe platform to consider it collected. There's like 175. I had to double check that. I think I got 30 of them.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps track of your deaths. I think I had well over 1,200.
That seems impossible.
So
are you just bad at indie games, Nick?
No, it was fine. The game took me 9 hours. I played that game nonstop for 9 hours. And once it gets to a point where it's like you've done the puzzle so many times, you will accidentally walk off a cliff so many times. The last chapter alone took me an hour. And it was, I think, maybe just individually 30 puzzles. And it was so fucking hard.
Did you like it, though?
It was a fun concept. I like how difficult it was. I never want to play a game like that again. I wanted to fucking
you gotta pick the indie
break
games,
something.
Because we keep picking ones you don't like.
I could not stand it. Oh my god. As soon as it was done, I was like, oh, thank God. It was like a weight off my shoulders. No joke. It was like mentally hurting me to play that fucking game.
That's on me. That's my bad.
So I want you to download it, and I want you to play like the first 2 chapters. The hotel was the hardest part for me.
Mm-hmm. Whoops. It's literally, I didn't even think about it a single time.
Yeah.
The whole week, not a single second. I didn't think about it.
I sent you that picture. Like, no joke. At the end, it says we did it, and I was like, oh my god.
So that's on me. That's my bad. You want to skip Indie Game Club this week?
I was literally grabbing my phone to look. Well, now that I have this new Plus thing, I have access to. So
I'm not saying I want to skip it. I was just asking. Let's do it. Pick one. You gotta find one.
I'm going through my Plus Extra right now.
Also, one thing I forgot. I've been watching Rick and Morty more.
Shame on you.
Yeah, I've been watching Rick and Morty more. It's all right.
Yeah. So
I'm kind of just watching it now. I'm like on the 4th season now.
Yeah.
And then I read they're like gonna recast the voices.
Yeah, they already cast it.
Oh, whose is it?
Chris Pratt.
Yes, it's get the fuck out of here. You're so stupid. You're so fucking. You got me there for a second. I was like, oh really? I bet they keep changing it or something like that. Did you find a game?
I wanted to show you the post that I saw.
So dumb. Yeah. Yeah. Here. From now on, you pick.
I picked no, because I picked Heavenly Bodies, and that game was atrocious.
True.
We never played.
Yeah, but then it can be your fault, and you don't have to be like, you made me play this game or something.
We never played Burlyman at Sea.
You want to do that one?
Yeah, we can do that one.
We never played? Did we talk about that?
Yeah, because we were going to, and then we chose something else.
We didn't want to buy it or something, right?
No. You wanted to do What Remains of Edith Finch?
So good. Oh, look at that. Yeah. You can beat it in 27 minutes. You can get 100% in 2.5 hours. Yeah, let's do that one. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. All right. So, oh, dude. God damn it. I, forgot how to freaking even make this freaking.
Make what?
I forgot to look at what we said we were going to do by the next, we said we were going to do by the end of next episode.
What was it?
By the end of the next 2 weeks. You said Carcassonne or Villainous.
Well, I also bought a dog, so it's like...
Yeah,
I can't.
And I said Villainous and Memoir 44, which I didn't play Villainous, but I played Memoir 44. You said Modern Warfare 2. I said Beat Dishonored, and I wanted to play Ratchet & Clank and did that. You said you wanted to watch Joe Dirt and A Knight's Tale.
I did not get to watch either of those, because I started watching that 90s show.
Oh, and I said Movie with Skyla, which I did not watch. Maybe tonight.
Good shit.
And I said Star Wars and Rick and Morty, which I did. And you said anime. Did you not watch an anime?
I did finish my anime that I was watching.
What was that?
Skeleton Knight gets reincarnated in another world.
Oh.
I had 3 episodes left.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So we're playing Burly Man and Sea.
Do you want to play Burly Man and Sea, or do you want to play this War of Mine?
No, I'll play Burly Man and Sea because this War of Mine, was a. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. It's the thing that's a board game. Oh, I kind of want to play the board game.
Okay,
I think the board game is more
fun.
No, it's not. It's not a fun game, Nick. You're in that game. There's a war going on, and you're just trying to survive in your house. I don't know. It was
fun.
It's like a board game, and I think I want to play the board game and not play the video game. This could be the honest.
Hey, I know it's a little pricey, but I really think you should also get this.
Okay, what?
The PlayStation Plus Extra.
I refuse.
No. This is why. Look at all these games you now have access to.
See, that's too many, dude. I can't play
all of the Assassin's Creeds.
I won't.
All
Nick,
of the Far Cries.
Nick, I can't play those.
Anything fucking Tom Clancy.
I just won't play those.
The Saints Row games.
See, that's too many games for me to play.
Most of the Final Fantasy games. Both Watch Dogs games. God of War's on here.
I just borrow yours.
I don't have the disc anymore.
Oh, you sold it?
No, it's at my mom's.
You can go get it.
No.
When was the last time you were at your mom's?
Last Tuesday.
It's been a while? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about a week.
It's got XCOM. You should play XCOM.
God damn it. You almost made me click on something. Why
Does
would
it
you
do
make...
anything?
Yeah.
What does it do?
You opened up the game.
All right, come on. Let's finish it up. Let's wrap up.
Do you want to play Monster Truck Championship?
We're playing
Burly Man at Sea.
Let's finish this up. Okay.
Okay.
I want to try to play Terraforming Mars at some point. I think me and Skylar will play that at some point. 2-player.
Okay.
What's the board game you want to try to play the next 2 weeks?
It's not a board game, and it's not really something I want to play. It's something that I want to achieve that has to do with board games. I want to start on the 32 deck challenge for Magic.
Okay. You got to do 33, right? You got to do a colorless.
Because I'm not going to do any of the decks that I already have.
You're going to make like a 4-color decks?
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
That's not hard.
So dumb.
That's not hard.
Okay.
Because I only got to do 60 cards.
All right, movie.
Movie.
I'm going to put movie with my wife. Like I said last week, and I didn't watch one.
There was something that just came out not too long ago. I'll probably have to text you when I figure out which one it was.
Well, I mean, okay.
No, there was a movie. I just don't remember what it was. A movie.
All right, TV show.
TV show. I probably want to finish that 90s show, and then there's a Harrison Ford show coming out for Apple TV. I don't know if it's going to be out by the time we film the next one, but if it is, I'm going to try to watch at least the first few episodes. No. Never mind. Scratch that. Never mind. The Last of Us is out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to watch that.
All right. I want to watch Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah?
Yep. All right. Okay.
Video game?
Video game.
Probably more Modern Warfare. I haven't beat the campaign yet, but I also now have so many games to play. I think I might try like Watch Dogs or something.
You not play Watch Dogs?
I did not play Watch Dogs.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that or XCOM.
MW2, dude, it's so good. You gotta play the right one though.
The what?
You gotta play the right XCOM though. I think XCOM 2. That's the one I like.
Well, you gotta play XCOM 1 to play
No,
XCOM
you don't.
2. You absolutely have
No,
to.
you don't.
You definitely
It's
do.
literally not connected to the first one at all.
It is.
No, it's not.
It definitely is.
No, it's not.
You'll lose the war.
Yeah, so you don't have to play the first one to try to win the war.
You have to try.
You don't have to play it. XCOM 2 is a great game.
I know it's a great game. Hey, every
really,
time I look over there,
actually, you really don't have to play it.
I know.
The story isn't. None of the characters in it.
Yeah, everybody's dead.
Maybe a character. You don't have to play. It's self-contained. Doesn't really have. There is a story, but there isn't really a story. You're killing aliens. Did you hear about the video game Marvel's Midnight Suns?
Maybe.
So it's an XCOM-like game with Marvel characters.
That sounds pretty cool.
And then there's a bunch of like interactions between the characters, like not in a battle.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And that sounds really cool. It just came out.
Well, they tried to do the same thing with their Marvel Avengers game. It wasn't exactly XCOM. It was more like Mass Effect.
Yeah.
It was like Mass Effect.
I would have played that if they had Hawkeye in it.
They did have a Hawkeye in it.
Not in the main cover. Not in the main group.
He's in the game. He's a playable character. There's a whole fucking chapter where you play Hawkeye.
Well, how come he's not in the game then? On the cover?
I don't fucking know. Why isn't Black Panther?
Because they were planning a Black Panther DLC.
They did. They put it out.
I know.
Apparently it's great.
I wanted to play it, but I
will check
Hawkeye to be
plus
on the team.
extra.
I don't know.
It
made me annoyed that all the other ones from the movie is there, but Hawkeye, and I'm like, okay, fucking.
Yeah.
That bugged me, so I was like, I'm not gonna play it.
Yeah. Hey, why is one of those labeled F? I get like G and B. What is F?
It's F for fire.
I fucking hate you.
Because I wrote it. So
I hate you.
So he's pointing out my magic things.
He has an organizer. It has a G, an F, and a B. And I was like, yeah, green and black. What the fuck is F?
It's for fire.
Fucking
dude, and I wrote it down. I put it in there. And then, like, the next day, I looked at it, and I was like, F?
That's so
I can't put F. No, I'm going to leave it because it's funny.
I'm going to go over there and turn it into an R. All right, let's wrap this so I can go see my puppy.
All right. Let's wrap this in what? Bacon makes everything better.
There we go.
All right.
What I got this
Let's call it. You know what we're doing for the next 2 weeks.
fucking bag stuck to my foot.
Nick,
Yes.
follow along on our Indie Game Club. Play Burly Minute C.
Yes.
Comment down below. All right, Nick. Joke of the fortnight. You got one? I got one.
I don't. Go ahead.
What do you call a cult that is hard to get into?
What?
Difficult. All right, Nick. Catchphrase.
I thought we were just doing one or the other.
Nick, catchphrase.
I don't have one.
Pick one.
Do you want me to just like pick one and then stick with it, or do you want me to come up with one every week? Because I thought I was supposed to be coming up with one every week.
Yes, but you actually have to come out. You can't just say I don't got one.
Yeah, I barely play Indie Game
You
Club.
gotta go peanut butter and jelly. There we go.
There you go.
And then the next week, Sharknado. I don't know.
Show Neil deGrasse Tyson was in Sharknado 6 as Merlin the Wizard.
That's amazing. I bet he had so much fun.
Somebody was like, you know, you can turn down those movies, right? He apparently
He's like,
played
yeah.
Merlin the Wizard, and
It's like, yeah, but what other chances am I going to get to play Merlin?
I know, right? His magic wasn't magic; it was just science, and everybody's stupid because it's Dark Ages.
I always wanted to watch the first Sharknado. Maybe not the rest, but the first
No,
one.
watch the last one. The last
No.
Sharknado.
No.
It's about time.
Through time travel?
Yeah. It's a time traveling Sharknado. No.
All right.
The movie's about time, bud.
All right, let's call it there.
No.
That was a lot of fun. Let's do it again. We'll see you next time. Shaz Maron, signing off. What's up, buddy? Cutie pie? Well, you got a little pause. You're just staring at me and wanting some food?